welcome, Hattiesburg, and a pleasant day to all our listeners. This is Abby, your host for Southern Miss Today on Southern Miss Radio. I'm here to bring you updates, news, and more from our community. To add to all the excitement today, we have Mississippi Moments with Letha Jackson and a news wrap with Kennedy Drake to ensure you're up to date on all the hottest topics. And guess what? We have a very special guest for you today, Rochak Basnet. We definitely want to stay tuned for what they have to share with us today. Before we jump into all the fun, here's a quick message from our sponsor. So hang tight because we'll be right back with more Southern Miss.
To make sure my future took off, I joined the Mississippi Army National Guard. With part-time service, I was able to get paid training as an aviation mechanic. I learned skills that helped me get started down the path to a great civilian career. And this is just one out of the hundreds of jobs the Mississippi Army National Guard can train you for. You can learn a trade and earn money for school, all while serving close to home and being there for your community. See what your future could look like by going to nationalguard.com/MS.
Sponsored by the Mississippi Army National Guard, aired by the Mississippi Association of Broadcasters and this station.
I'm Chris Jakomick. I served in the United States Air Force and I deployed 3 times. So in 2017, I was serving as an Air Force First Sergeant. Our motto in that role is, "My job is people, everyone is my business." But unfortunately in that year, I would lose my own brother, Lance Corporal Adam Jakomick, to suicide. The majority of veteran suicides are from guns. I store my weapons securely, not only for myself, but for my family. Store all your guns securely. Help stop suicide. My service never stops.
Brought to you by End Family Fire and the Ad Council.
Welcome back. In campus news, a computing research hub was launched at Southern Miss with support from Payne Foundation, a hub for artificial intelligence and cybersecurity research at the University of Southern Mississippi. The Computing Research Hub aims to foster an ecosystem that advances students and faculty research through its programming, empowering Golden Eagles to become the next generation of innovators and leaders of the industry. The Computing Research Hub recently received a $32,000 grant from the Jimmy A. Payne Foundation, who is also funding 16 other projects across campus. The funding will support academic excellence by establishing, which is dubbed a Research Hub, a collaborative community focused on research, student development activities, and industry partnerships, all designed to transform the learning experience of undergraduate and graduate students in the School of Computing Sciences and Computer Engineering. Under the guidance of faculty and graduate mentors, students will have the opportunity to work on research projects, grant proposals, and publications with a focus on topics such as AI, cybersecurity, machine learning, and emerging technologies. Whether participating in monthly seminars, workshops, or networking events, students will also have the chance to connect with and learn from industry experts, building relationships that can lead to internships or other professional opportunities. Also in campus news, the Roy Howard Community Journalism Center hosts free media literacy training at Southern Miss Hattiesburg campus. The Roy Howard Community Journalism Center, housed at the University of Southern Mississippi and funded by the Scripps Howard Foundation, will host a free media literacy training session from 9 to 11 a.m. on Friday, February 28th in Cook Library on the Hattiesburg campus. Seating is limited and interested participants must RSVP by Friday, February 21st to Joshua Wilson, the center's community liaison, by email. The Ask Me What Is True seminar is designed for those who want to boost their media literacy skills through instruction activities focused on critical evaluating news and other information from a variety of sources, including social media or conversations with others. Completion of training comes with a certification qualifying participants to train with others in their communities. Groups interested in hosting media literacy training can contact Wilson, who can adapt the sessions based on the group's specific needs. In Hattiesburg news, over 40 artists apply for Hattiesburg Public Art Alliance 2025 Sculpture Exhibition. The Hattiesburg Alliance for Public Art is relaunching its annual sculpture exhibition after 4 years. Over 40 years from as far as California have applied to be part of this year's program. The Alliance is looking for 9 to 12 sculptors that will be shown in the city's downtown parks and spaces. One sculpture will be purchased and become part of the Alliance's permanent collection. All sculptures accepted for exhibition will be installed next month and remain on display until March 2027. Each of the selected artists will also receive $3,000 for their work. In Mississippi news, Jackson City Council repeals ban on using facial recognition technology in police investigations. An ordinance passed by the City of Jackson more than 4 years ago to prohibit the police from using facial recognition technology to investigate crimes has been repealed. On Tuesday, the Jackson City Council voted unanimously to approve reciting the ordinance, which was put in place in 2020 around the time the real-time command center was going online. The measure to rescind was approved by the Jackson Police Chief Joseph Wade and supported by the mayor. Wade said he was currently working to develop a policy for the use of technology and was planning to consult the city attorney's office in crafting the rules. He said if recognition technology is used, it alone would not be enough for itself to make an arrest, but rather would be used alongside other evidence such as fingerprints, gunshot residue to build a case. That's your news update for Southern Miss Today. Next, we'll have the latest in sports and weather, so stay tuned. We'll be back after a word from our sponsors.
What is dedication?
My daughter is biological and my son is adopted. I love them both so much. From the morning when you wake up to putting them to bed at night and every moment in between. I think a parent's job is to protect our children, but also prepare them for the world so they become good, kind human beings.
That's dedication. Find out more at fatherhood.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
Wake up and text. Text and eat. Text and meet up with a friend you haven't seen in forever.
Hi.
Oh, hey. Text and complain that they're on their phone the whole time. Text and listen to them complain that you're on your phone the whole time. Text and whatever. But when you get behind the wheel, give your phone to a passenger. Put it in the glove box. Just don't text and drive. Visit StopTextsStopWrecks.org. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Welcome back with our action-packed sports segment. Let's dive into the latest scores, highlights, and sports. Get your jerseys on, because it's game time. Today, Wednesday, February 12th, the women's basketball team will be playing against Arkansas State, the softball team will be playing against Ole Miss, and the men's basketball team will be playing against Arkansas State. On Friday, February 14th through Saturday, February 15th, the track team will be at the Music City Challenge, and the baseball team will be playing against Lafayette through Sunday, February 16th. On Sunday, February 16th, the men's basketball team will be playing against ULM, the women's basketball team will be playing against Troy, and the softball team will be playing against Arkansas. Head to southernmiss.com to keep up with all the Golden Eagles sports activities. As for weather today, look for a low of 62 with a high chance of rain and a high of 78. The feels like for today is 61 to 74 degrees. Tomorrow, look for a low of 46 and a high of 65 with a high chance of rain. Tomorrow's feels like is 38 to 62 degrees. Up next, we have Mississippi Moments, produced by the Center for Oral History and Cultural Heritage with Lisa Jackson on her restaurant. Check it out.
This is Mississippi Moments, produced by the Center for Oral History and Cultural Heritage at the University of Southern Mississippi and supported by the Mississippi Humanities Council. I'm Bill Ellison. By the time Letha's Barbecue moved to Hattiesburg, it had become a destination spot for barbecue lovers around the world. She credits her love of people and the power of word-of-mouth advertising.
I don't think I got the best ribs in the world. I don't think so. But I do a good job of what I do. And I love my job. I love to cook. I love people. You know, that's what makes it. You got to love people. If you don't love people, you can't make it. And I have people from London, Paris, Africa, Australia, all over the world, Washington, California. That's all over the world, the people. And I don't advertise. It's just the word of mouth. Just like when you eat here, if you get changed easy, I hope you do. You would go tell somebody else. And, you know, just like that, it's just the word of mouth. It's just the word of mouth. Sometimes they have to wait 2 hours outside. We have a lot of people. I have people from Memphis. They'll come out. The best ribs in Memphis, I said, well, you ain't at mine yet.
Bill Ellison hosts Voices of Our People World War II, a new podcast from Mississippi Moments, sponsored by the Mississippi Humanities Council. That's Voices of Our People World War II, wherever you get your podcasts.
That was your Mississippi Moment for today. Coming up, we have the pleasure of hearing from Rochak after a quick break.
Hey, it's C. Looking for something fresh to add to your playlist? Tune in every Wednesday at 4 p.m. for See the Music. I'll be diving into the world of underrated pop and indie artists, those hidden tracks and emerging talents that deserve the spotlight. This week's episode is all about underrated pop bangers, a mix of energetic, catchy songs that totally capture the essence of pop, but haven't gotten the mainstream love they deserve. So if you're tired of the same old songs and ready to explore new sounds, this is the show for you. So join me and let's discover some incredible music together. See you Wednesday at 4 on WSM.
Now please give a warm Golden Eagle welcome to Rochak. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Could you introduce yourself a little bit, please?
I'm Rochak Basnet. I go to University of Southern Mississippi. I'm majoring in media and entertainment art, video arts, and minor in theater. I work at Southern Miss Student Media as SM2 creative director and assistant producer for SM TV.
Awesome. So we reached out to you about Beyond Borders. Could you tell everyone a bit about that, please?
So Beyond Border is collaborative with International Student and Scholar Service and SM2. It is a discussion-based talk show which will feature 4 guests from 4 different countries, and there will be a particular topic to talk about. For example, in our first episode, which came out just this Monday, we had 4 guests from Pakistan, Nepal, El Salvador, and United States. And they talked about holidays and festivals, and we get different kind of discussion based on that topic. So each episode gonna have new people from new country and have different topic to talk about. So it is a discussion based show.
Okay, thank you. What inspired you to start Beyond Borders?
So it was all about last time when I was working with creative team, we were required to come with different show idea. So being myself an international student, I want to do something with international student. We have people from over 80 countries here in Southern Miss, and we had incredible people which we can create variety of international show. So I had different idea, and out of this different idea, this was one of them. So this is a show where I think we can have variety kind of perspective from people from different country, and it will be really interesting thing to hear, because certain thing that is done in United States might be different in outside United States and vice versa. So just having those comparison and a variety of topic, so that's the reason I thought about this show, and I think it's gonna be a good show.
Is there a reason y'all chose a podcast specifically?
I think the main reason for choosing a podcast scenario is basically the freedom of talking. We don't have to be limited to certain time frame or be limited to what to discuss. Also, we don't have to script the show. So everything will be unscripted. We will have a topic to discuss and questions will be pre-made, but the actual content will be everything whatever they say. So it's the freedom, because we also have new people coming up on every new episode, so it's a bit hard to train them if we do scripted. So we need to train them how to behave on the camera and a lot of things. So it was a lot easier to go through this podcast type show, and I think this is something that we're gonna continue.
You mentioned past episodes. How many have y'all done?
We just did one this last Monday, so we are planning to do every single week.
Okay. What is your, I know you haven't done multiple episodes yet, but what is your criteria for picking a topic to talk about?
So I sat with my co-producer, who is from International Student Scholar Service, Vivek Paudel, and with all of my creative team. We sat together, we came up with a variety of topics that would be interesting and can cover a variety of discussion within that topic. So we are trying to not go into politics for now, and trying to limit ourselves into broader topic like holidays, festivals, music, dance, culture, lifestyle, and so on. So it all about how much content we can get from this topic, and try to not make topic too specific, but broader enough that people can easily talk about, because it is a new show and we don't want people to get confused by putting a harder topic.
Yeah. Is this show something you've always wanted to do in any capacity, even if it was you were little and you were like, I want to be on TV for this?
Kinda. So always since young age, I've been doing YouTube, and I've been always being in the front of the camera, and this is something that I wanted to do, not specifically this show, but generally making movies or making different kind of entertainment. So, and this is something I wanted to do, and I think I'm getting the opportunity here at Southern Miss, which is really amazing.
So you mentioned that you're a communications major, correct?
I'm media and entertainment arts.
Sorry, I don't know all the specific names, but what are you hoping to do with that when you graduate?
So my main goal is to work in film industry. I want to make a movie, work in independent movie for a while, and hopefully main goal is to go and work in Hollywood. That's the biggest goal I have. Hopefully I can reach over there, but as soon as I graduate, I'm just want to focus either in TV industry, maybe even in news as a producer, and I also want to go down the line and maybe even try on-screen presentation, like working in film as an actor. But mostly it's gonna be related to production. Even if I won't be able to do movie, I want to do something like concert or theater that include production.
Okay. Is Beyond Borders something that you think would move with you as you go through school, or is it something you're intending to stay here for new people to take over?
I'm hoping to stay. I hope this will stay here, and hope whoever will be a new creative director in future will take over. But the thing about this show is this is also an evergreen show. So whatever episode we create, that can be watched like down the road 5 year, 10 year, and it's still gonna be the same concept, same idea, because it's about the history, religion, which will never gonna change. So we probably gonna run out of the topic down the line. So by the time I graduate, this show might be ending. We might be doing something even bigger, including international student. But I hope somebody will definitely continue similar kind of show when I graduate.
Awesome. Even though it hasn't been going on long, what is your favorite thing about the show?
Favorite thing probably would be a production, because this is the first creative show we have done here, which include a big production. We usually use our studio here at College Hall to do whatever show we want, and it's a lot easier. We don't have to carry camera equipment and whatnot. But for this show, we did in international lounge at International Center. So we had to move all those equipment. There was a lot of equipment, multi-camera setup. So it was really interesting because whatever I study in class, I'm able to put in the real world and get to try out a variety of camera setting, lighting, and I think the production is the favorite part.
So you're talking about a lot of how you're able to apply stuff you learn in school in your classes to this. What does the topic of Beyond Borders mean to you specifically, outside of like you being able to apply the things you've learned?
Outside of learning, I probably would say providing a platform for international student. Being myself an international student, and we love to talk about our country whenever people come and ask about what do you have to say about your country. We can like talk for hours and give every detail about different culture, history. So just having this platform for other international student, and they can talk about whatever they like. So I think that is the best thing. I'm trying to create a safe space for international student.
Awesome. A little off of what we were talking about, if you could have anyone in the world, past or present, as a guest, who would it be?
I don't have really like particular people in my mind.
That's fine.
But I would say everybody are welcome. If you can talk, if you have an idea about any topic, then you can just reach out to me, and we can just put you on a show.
Okay. How do you select the people that go on your show?
So our basic selection process is we have a form which people can apply through our SM2.USM Instagram or through ISS Instagram. And once we receive the form, we have also mentioned the topic they are interested in talking. So once we have all their information, we put them on, like we have a 4 guests for each episode, and based on the topic they want to talk, we'll just put on that category. So once that is done, we look into which country they are from. We want as diverse content as possible, like people from Asia, from Europe, from Africa, so we can have as much diverse content as possible. So that's how we do, and we just sit and we send them email out, and once if they are available for the shooting time, then we get to work.
And again, you've only had one episode, but have you had a lot of people interested, or a fair amount of people interested yet?
Right now, it's just fair amount of people. We want more people right now. Mostly, just a certain number of countries are applying, like Nepal, Pakistan, are the top country who are trying to take part. I would love for people from Europe, from Africa and other countries to apply to, so we can have more good conversation.
Awesome. Actually saw one of the clips on Instagram, and I didn't even realize it was USM for a second when I was looking at it. I was like, oh, this is something I gotta show my roommate. We gotta look at this. And I looked at Beyond Borders, and that it was USM. I was like, oh my God, that's actually really cool. I'm trying to think. Is there a particular reason that there's always only one person per area? Is that always going to be what you're intending to do? Or would there be one specifically that it's like four people from Pakistan or something? Or if you don't know, that's perfectly fine.
Right now, we're just trying to make it as different country as possible. But down the line, if you have just from people from particular country, then we might just do 4 people from one country and have discussion for their country. So.
Okay. Is there anything else you'd like to add, like the pages or like an overall summary of anything? Whatever it is, go for it.
So please, if you are interested, then please take part in this show. It's really amazing. All you have to know is just how to talk and how to have a good knowledge on the topic you're talking. So go to SM2.USM Instagram or ISSS_USM, and there's a form in their description, and just apply. Go watch on our Southern Miss Student Media YouTube channel. Our first episode is out, and next episode comes out every Monday, so we're excited.
Awesome. Thank you. And thank you for coming to share all this information. Please go check out Beyond Borders. That would be excellent. Coming up, we've got Kennedy Drake on the Rural Police.
Police officers continue to leave rural counties in South Mississippi for departments that offer higher pay. Some mayors say retention is at an all-time low, leaving smaller communities struggling to keep their forces staffed. But tight budgets mean limitations with increasing pay. Representative Jeffrey Harness aims to alleviate some of that financial pressure with House Bill 855. It would give officers a one-time $600 stipend if they stay with the department for at least a year.
It's going to be about $6.5 million. I figure we can start there, and then maybe we can move to something bigger, but at least it's a start.
Representative Harness says if Bill 855 doesn't pass this year, he'll bring it back. I'm Kennedy Drake, reporting for the Roy Howard Community Journalism Center.
Thank you for listening to Southern Miss Today on Southern Miss Radio. We're thankful for Carl Wilson, our audio engineer, and Gabby Collier, our film producer, for keeping this bird soaring. We especially want to thank our program director, Adeline Fields, our audio producer, Cadence Renfro, our booker, Austin Flores, and our general manager, Dr. Martin, as well as our lovely guest today for Beyond Borders. That's all for today on Southern Miss Radio. Thank you for listening, and remember, fly, eagle, fly. I'm your host, Abby Buzagard, signing off. Stay creepy.